This is a Frank podcast.
This Warriors Live podcast 2025, episode 43. Will Evans and Brad Larking here. And our first non-live one for quite some time, Brad, without the white-hot pressure of live broadcasting. It's relaxing, isn't it? No one pestering us with
it feels
questions
like summer, doesn't
and criticism. Yeah, it is. Nice and sunny day up here in Canterbury, North Canterbury, down there too, Brad.
Yeah, because it is scary going live, isn't it? Our fans, they hold you accountable. If a little slip of the tongue, geez whiz, they'll jump on you. So, yeah, it's quite nice today.
A lot of most of them know more than us, so
I know
it can be
that's
quite
what
humbling.
I've got definite imposter syndrome, really. I'm just blagging my way through this. All I'm doing is sit and listen to you. I'm just another bludger trying to gather some info for the normal folk out of there, like you and Fonz. Use a rugby league intellect. So I'm always a passenger, but happy to be a passenger.
Yeah, season's over, Brad. Should mention, obviously, brought to you by King's Container Crew. What a great year it's been again with those boys right behind us, keeping the lights on. The greatest container crew outfit in the universe throughout Australia and New Zealand. Head to kingscontainercrew.com for all your packing and unpacking solutions, container packing and unpacking solutions. Hit the Work With Us tab for a job with those guys. Also brought to you by Frank Podcasts and New Zealand TAB. Thanks to the TAB for their support and backing through this year as well. We're done, Brad. And is it almost a sense of relief? We really limped towards the end of the campaign. I thought it was a really spirited way to finish, but there wasn't that kind of, like, every other time we've bowed out of the finals, I've felt, a bit hollow. Like, we could have gone all the way, could have gone a lot further. This time felt like we'd kind of reached our limit.
That was our potential, I think. And I think you're right. The season end does feel like a bit of weight off your shoulders almost. It was a quite a consuming negative run home. Those last 10 weeks have been pretty negative about and not that we hate them or anything like that, but we could see they were really struggling and they did limp home. It was like a 15-year-old Alsatian, wasn't it? It should just be put out of its misery, let it go. They just kept it living. Another injury.
Got some dysplasia going on. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, lost 5 of their last 7 in the regular season, so tough way to head into the final, especially against the 4-time defending champs and Nathan Cleary and co. I thought it was their best performance, probably just looking through the season, probably their best performance overall since that round 14 win over Cronulla, which was the last non-live pod because we did that on the Sunday morning thinking we could win the comp. It felt like we kind of could back then. Only 4 wins since then against the Tigers, that last gasp one, Newcastle, sketchy one against the Dragons at home, and then one over the Gold Coast, which was reasonably convincing. But yeah, I thought they were really gutsy. It actually felt like we could get up for a significant part of the second half, and it just, a couple of bounces of the ball, a couple of shit calls, and that was it. The Panthers took their chance. I didn't think that they were particularly impressive, but I thought we were gutsy and probably overachieved a little bit, just holding them for as long as we did.
Yeah, we were well and truly. There was nothing to be ashamed of that with that performance at all, and that's going for the season as well. It's a pretty decent season. It's just that we were riding so high so early. I think we got disappointed at the end, but that performance, we were cutting them to ribbons through the ruck there a couple of stages. Like, they're just marching through the guts of them. If only we had a speedster fullback or someone to take advantage of that momentum to slice them open. But it was a great game. I thought it was a real good game. They got a couple of lucky. They got lucky, didn't they? Was it at least 2 tries? What do you think about the double movement?
I'm happy enough with the call but you feel like if Wade Egan does that in the same game, he's getting pulled back. It just felt like a 50-50 one that we would never get either way. And, he probably gets to the line momentum-wise, but he did promote it, and that's the definition of a double movement. I mean, has there been one? I feel like we've had been on the wrong end this season, but it can't quite. Doesn't quite come.
I wasn't too. But then there was that. What was the other one? The kick, or where they went
the forward pass from the Casey McLean try, which was obviously the backbreaker. We had them under the pump. They kicked from their own 20-meter line, got a freakish bounce, and the first pass after that was a mile forward with Grant Atkins right there. I thought Atkins had a shocker, to be honest. The amount of knock-on or non-knock-on calls that he made, and just all of them against the Warriors. It was
that one off the kickoff reception.
That was a shocker. I thought there was one that we definitely should have challenged that we didn't, where it didn't even look like we touched it at all. We ended up losing the error count 16-9, which it didn't feel like we were sloppy. It just felt like we were, getting some really rough calls in that department. Panthers had 56% possession, so to stay in it like we did was a pretty impressive effort. They
we're a great defensive team.
The
way they held out a couple of occasions we're a great defensive team. We're just a shithouse offensive team. That's it. We don't score enough points.
We were probably playing who are arguably still the defensive benchmark in the NRL, despite finishing 7th this year. But it never really looked like we were any chance of scoring, apart from that one time when we did put on a play and Lecker goes over. He was the only one that really looked dangerous all night, I thought. And a guy, a 19-year-old back rower, starting in the centres for the first time in his life.
In the 17, he's probably the only dangerous one out there as well, though. in terms of striking fear with ball in hand.
Yeah, if he was in the second row, he would have been our chief weapon probably too. It just, not much variety or imagination. I thought we had a fair bit of ball in that first half and never really looked like scoring. And hats off to Penrith. There was a couple of times where they the back three scrambled with some freakish plays to deny, going over the sideline or 40-20s. And we didn't we didn't get a good shot at their line after we got to 12-8. Had them under the pump, really winning that arm wrestle, but just couldn't force an error. That's I think when Penrith stood up as a cool-headed championship team, and they took their pieces of luck after that. Lecker obviously coughing one up and To'o running 80 meters for the sealer, but
I'm just stoked that the Warriors made them work for it. It wasn't like we said previous to the game. We didn't want to bow out all week. That's not a bad way to end your season. You can be pretty proud of that performance.
Yeah, 100%. I thought it was one that you felt like if things didn't go right early, we could get pumped by 40 points, which would have been really deflating. And I thought it was one that you could really hang your hat on as it summed up the character of a pretty depleted team, I guess. We have been running on fumes a bit. The injury toll maybe a little bit sort of exaggerated by the lack of depth in the squad. It's Metcalf and Barnett really that two of maybe our 4 best players. Big losses, but other clubs, I think, it's not quite as noticeable if you lose.
Yeah, and we tried to make excuses about the injuries this year a little bit. I seen a stat sheet last week, or I don't even know where I seen it, but it had who was most affected by injuries in the top 30 this year, and we were down the lower half of what teams they had to go through this year. South, I think, blatantly at the top. We didn't actually have just key positions where we don't have. We could have got injured in other parts of the field from some other players, is what I'm trying to say, I suppose. Instead of fucking
we had
Barney.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run, really, until that, and those were 2 big ACL blows. But losing Tohu at the start of the season, losing Dylan Walker after a few rounds. We didn't bring anyone in, so we debuted.
Did anyone play every game this year?
Yeah, I've got some
Aaron
stats
Clark?
on that, Brad. If you want me to bring it up and
man.
comparing it to last
it's
season.
Friday, Arvo. I'm sitting here having a cider.
Yeah.
Sun's out. Good drying weather. Bloody washing line full of sheets. I'll enjoy some of Will's stats as well while I'm at it.
Yeah. So this is my second last in our NZ Warriors stats chat for the TAB. You can go to the Punters Lounge at tab.co.nz to read this in full.
Is that a physical lounge?
Yeah.
Punters Lounge.
Well, there is the TAB Lounge at Mount Smart, but I don't know if that's where we've both separately been with King's.
Where have you been sending? What's the address you've been mailing these your work to? You must have a postal address for it. Where is the Punters Lounge?
Punters Lounge, 2 Beasley Ave. There's 4 Ironmen this year, Brad. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think of who the 4 players that might have played all 25 games this year. Well, it might surprise you.
Clark, Pompey, Roger?
No, he missed quite a few.
Hey? Did he?
He missed quite a few.
Must be forwards then. Dimitri Valmonga?
No, he was just one behind.
They don't want to listen to me guessing. I think I did. Yeah. Did I get 2 at least?
Yeah, you did. Yep. Clark and Pompey. Leka Halasima played every game, and Marata Newcorda actually.
Did he?
Kind of surprised me. Yeah.
There's at least Chanel 4 games where I didn't see him. I reckon there's 4 games I didn't see him out there.
Chanel Harris.
I was joking much. I don't want him on my back.
Lucky you live all the way down there, mate. Chanel and Dimitri were the others that missed just the one game. Now, in 2024, no Warriors appeared in every match, and it was just Mitch Barnett and Adam Fanua-Blake who played 23 of a possible 24 games. So, yeah, but probably lucky in that respect that we had that many able to, that much continuity. But
so that was last season, eh?
Yep.
It feels like way more than one season since Fanua-Blake was at the Warriors, doesn't it?
He's still alive.
Does he feel like he's been at the Sharks for at least 2 or 3 seasons now? 2 seasons?
Yeah, it is a weird one. He looks at home there. It's still a little bit wistful.
Doesn't get talked about much of what we lost this season, does he?
Yeah. Now, King's Container Crew player ratings, the last one of the year, and probably the overwhelming reaction to it in the comments was, it was a pretty good performance, really, bit harsh on the ratings. And I kind of felt the same way. But when I looked at everyone individually, I was like, who actually had a genuinely good game?
They just worked together.
What did we get? Aaron Clark got the highest was 7. There was a couple of 6.5s. There was no real standouts. I mean, obviously we defended well. It was gritty and tough, but there wasn't anyone that, I guess, put their stamp on the game.
And anyone that did try to or play well, like Leka, for instance, great game, pretty soft finish. The poor bugger had a couple of drops. Was it a drop? And then he had a couple of errors that probably
chucked one over the sideline when we were chasing points, and then the error for the try. So that marked him down. Yeah, it was a bit of that. There was, the guys that maybe did have some standout moments or big stats came up with some gaffes as well. So yeah, I get everyone's point with that, but I really didn't see a genuine standout there. Roger did his job, but he's probably more contained. In 22 runs, 179 meters. It's down on what he's been producing lately, and had an error and a penalty. Chance, 25 runs, 187 meters. Cleaned up well in the first half. Had the try assist for Leka, pretty straightforward. But yeah, again, I just thought just not dynamic enough, particularly in this lineup. I still would have gone with Tane, and I was disappointed there was no game day change. I thought that was, where we kind of, it was almost like it was a lineup to limit, like a damage control lineup, like we were playing for good for and against or something.
Yeah.
And we only came up with one try. I thought someone like Tane was our chance
Could
to
have been the
throw
difference.
everything at them. And the game day change. Your thoughts, Brad. Bringing Sam Healy onto the bench and with Eddie Adamir Toava, I'm guessing injured, but also a strategy thing as well to replace him on the bench. So Healy only gets the 15 minutes that Wade Egan's off for an HIA, and then they yanked him back off. And this is a time when we need points. And then Tamate Martin, still there, still retained on the bench, played half an hour as a running forward. I couldn't. He actually went all right, and made a shitload of tackles, but sort of jinking around through the middle. I just didn't get it. Aaron Clark, our best player this year, our most damaging sort of middle forward, 39 minutes he got in the most important game of the year. It's his least of the season, and the first time since round 6 he's played less than 50 minutes. Still got through a ton of work, but that just baffled me.
Well, the one that
injury there, but
the one that confuses me most about it is the Healy one for Egan, because is that not a free interchange for a HIA?
Yeah, it was free. But we only used
does he have to? Oh, we didn't even use them all.
No, there's nothing like that. Like, I got to get him back off, otherwise it counts as a interchange. We only used 6 of 8. So there's no. It was just a straight. I want Egan back out there, and I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but a bit of a waste. I would have bought Healy in for Martin, and and kept another forward there. We did, sort of tired a bit.
Jeez.
I think Clark was the only forward to run for over 100 meters. So, a weird one. And I do think that we love Andrew Webster. He's done an amazing job with the roster he's got. I'd say 2 massively overachieving seasons and 1 disappointing one. But I do think he does get a bit of a free ride because of that. When he's not totally infallible when it comes to strategy.
Do we need to buy 3 superstars and then he's more accountable all of a sudden? Well, that's what I'd be doing. I think that's what he needs. He's doing the best with what he's got at the moment a little bit. But I'm starting to get a little tired, and I'm probably getting ahead of myself in what we're talking about today. I'm starting to get a little bit tired of signing players that are going to be good in 3 years' time. Are we ever going to stop building for the future? Like, I wouldn't mind saying now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll talk about some recruitment stuff soon. But the team is playing more than the sum of its parts, which has been a big Webster thing. From the start. 2023 was the ultimate example of that. And he did it again this year. But again, like, wouldn't you rather buy some players and get that team? But it's sure that we must have so much room under the cap after Tohu and Dylan Walker left, and there's not a hell of a lot of upgrading going on. We've got surely the lowest, one of the lower paid spines in the comp. I think
it's interesting. This summer's going to be interesting. I reckon I'd be disappointed if there wasn't 2 sort of semi-decent signings over this summer. Just to bolster us.
Because you sort of need to be getting these done. You need to be getting these done like start of the year, late last year, to get good players.
But sometimes isn't the November 1st thing good for actually
players
talk?
Now.
Yeah, but if you go November the 4th and try and talk them out,
that's for 2027. Like,
but a lot of the time you can talk them out of that, though. Once that signature's done, it's like, oh, can I just go now? Like, that happens quite a bit as well.
To us. Happens to us a lot when our players sign elsewhere.
Fucking June, we're letting the bastards go.
But like, if not for next year, make some big plays for 2027. It's only going to get harder with the Bears coming in 2027, PNG in 2028. So this was maybe an opportunity to sign players for this year, for 2026. And we may miss the boat a wee bit and have to really rely on development even more than we already are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There needs to be a quick fix at the moment.
Yeah, or just some good money ball signings. Lofi Camperera, I think, is a slam dunk buy worth the risk. Might have some frailties defensively. I mean, he cannot be more of a defensive liability than Dallin, even if his tackling technique is far worse. There's no way he's letting him more tries or contributing to more bungles on the edge than Dallin. The ultimate test is going to be as well if someone like Camperera signs, Dallin continues to struggle next year, whether he's has the I guess medal to drop a fan favorite and a celebrated international and a high profile guy on good money, or if Camperera is just coming here to play when there's an injury.
Yeah, well, because isn't Rogers' contract's up next year as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's getting on. He's 32 now, I think. Rog.
So that's what I mean. There's going to be some departures in the next 18 months from some of these. And I think carry on.
Yeah, Roger, one of our best players too. It's not like, we can't wait to see the back end of that contract.
No.
Like, it's a shame that he's that old and probably looking to hang it up. You probably was Capewell got another year. That's probably one that I would be quite happy to. And don't come after me, Harrison's. But he's that's one.
He's a battered old man out there now, isn't he? Like, he is.
Yeah, he does a good job, but he's on good money. Yeah. He's probably a guy that you'd prefer to have coming off the bench with the quality he's producing rather than 80 minutes every week. Marata Nukore, we talked ad nauseum about him. Can't wait to see the end of that contract. Well, I can't wait to see the end of it.
Yeah, he's on big coin. Isn't he one of the top 10 paid forwards in the competitions? Did I see that somewhere the other day?
Rowers, maybe. The estimated was something like 775. Just too much but maybe could get an extension. Kiwi guy wanting to stay, get a 400k extension, and then he's part of your depth rather than you feel like you have to start him because he's on big money. I don't know, what their thoughts are with him, but these guys coming through like Leka, Vaimonga, Laban, Itamir, Taiava, like they're starting quality forwards, within the next 6.
They are now,
18 months.
And then there'll be the next. There's going to be the next 4 behind them all of a sudden. The production line is incredible in the fort.
Yeah, Kalis, Fadialofa, all those sort of guys coming through.
So he stayed, Was he getting wooed by the Panthers? Oh, he signed for the Panthers, And then the cooling off period.
Yeah, was there? Yeah, did he renege on the cooling off period?
Yeah, 10 days or whatever. I think he flipped over and then signed on the dotted line. Might be a good way to get an extra 10 though, I know. Hey, Kalis, you sneaky bastard. Jesus, you're a good bastard, Kalis.
I think we've talked a lot, Brad, and obviously that Camperera bolsters that outside back depth. We were short on wingers, and I think Tane Tuapiki came and did a really good job at the start of the year. Kosi mixed bag when he got his chances this year, and he's off to Souths. Who else got a run out there? Was that about it?
Yeah, it was about it.
But
I think
the centres again.
Oh,
the centres is a major problem. Like Rocco Berry, I don't think played that well at all when he had his chance, and he failed to finish probably half the games that he started. Whether he's even whether you can really persevere with them anyway.
Well, it's not the fact that it's him. There's 2 of them, him and Leatawa.
Yeah.
Two brutal centres.
Yeah, and like different styles of players, both with their different strengths. Ali started the season, I think, as the top ranked centre in the club, and started the year pretty well. Um, Scored 3 tries across those 2 wins against the Roosters and Seagulls at the start of the year, and then we didn't see him after round 12, and he was kind of out of form by then too. And barely sighted in New South Wales Cup after that. Rocco probably only, I think he played. Just bear with me here.
I'd be. Where are you leading with the centre talk? Are you leading where I think you're leading? Or I know my preference for a centre fix at the moment for 2 years. It's Chuck Lecker out there.
Wow,
he's 19.
We've got that many.
If we
got that
still got 10 years to play second row.
Got that many back rowers that there's I think we said after at one stage during the year, Lecker's probably the best centre in the club at the moment. Like if you ranking them purely on their ability as a centre, he's probably the best. If you've got that much back row cover and that skinny in the centres and off-season training as a centre, maybe an option.
Why not But Matt Mannering, our greatest ever second rower, wasn't he a centre to start his career for the first couple of years?
Yeah, he barely played back row in the NRL before he got picked for the Kiwis as a back row, but he ended up playing 70-odd games as a NRL centre.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea. Played a lot there.
Because next season, once you get Mitch back and the way that these younger boys have come through and had to play more games than probably they were going to expect it to play, all of a sudden we're quite deep in the forwards. So good players are going to miss out when maybe not shit players in our backs, but definitely not NRL level sometimes players.
Yeah.
Lecker he's an absolute beast, like running machine.
Yeah.
Sure. Defense, I don't know too much. Where's Fonz when you need him? But
yes. Yeah, his like lateral movement and that sort of stuff like in the centres might be a bit tough, but geez, we've had some pretty ordinary defensive efforts from our centres this year at times. So I think the smoky for me.
Yeah. Oh, you got a smoky too.
For me is Eddie Idamia Taiava for the centres. He played trial there this year, and I thought he looked really good. He served up an assist for Roger from memory. He started 6 NRL New South Wales Cup games as a centre. He's not big for a back rower. He's quick. He's he's another guy that I think could transition out there. And
because there's another slight, like as opposed, like for a second row, he's pretty slightly built, isn't he? Like he's built for speed and power. So yeah, centres.
Yeah, pretty compact.
Spot. Well, what do you mean? So there's a problem starting to rear its head, and the fan base ain't going to like it. But what do you do with Chance?
I mean, I would like to see him. I still was.
Do you reckon he can grow into that centre spot? Because he was pretty disappointing. I thought he was going to be better.
Yeah, he didn't really star at centre, and if he had a really good game in that final round game against Cronulla last year as a centre, who's played Test footy at centre quite well with Joey Manu at fullback, and I expected more out of him as a centre. But I think he can plug a gap, probably do more work from ball carrying point of view, and get someone with a bit more spark, whether it's Tuapiki or whether it's someone we buy. Or
well, if we're going to buy someone, isn't Pompey a better centre though? At least Pompey's got the silky dish to the winger and that, and a bit of traffic. He's ball play a bit.
Pompey's got one spot sewn
up. Do you reckon he's locked down? Oh, okay. I'd already given one to Lecker. Right, we're talking about the first one.
Lecker and Chance. Yeah. What? Where will we go? Well, talking about centres. Sorry, like our New South Wales Cup preliminary final centres. Moala Graham Tulfa, who did get a run this year, he's off to South, and the other one, Morgan Harper, who was sort of brought over here as cover and never looked close to getting a look in it in first grade. So those are our next cabs off the rank essentially. if you're not chucking a Cape Well or a Halasema out in the centres, or if
Well, that's
Berry
how
or Laetau's fit. So
that's how scared they were, wasn't it? Chuck Capewell there rather than any a centre playing.
someone that
They farewelled Morgan Harper, haven't they? Isn't he gone?
Did they? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he's been offered another contract. So, Morgs.
Yeah, because it was only a 1 year. There's also C.O. Carley, I'm not sure what the go is with him at the moment, but he's had some really good moments. Probably might be the kind of centre that you like to blood in the NRL on the wing. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. Well, that's how other teams do it. Chook's always done it. Like a lot of people, other teams do it, isn't it? It's not that crazy of an idea to put someone on a wing for a little bit.
Nani Laumape was one that did it here. Kata played a lot of NYC on the wing. Yeah.
Oh, Kata. Whatever happened to him?
He went to rugby.
He went to rugby, didn't he? And who did he play for in rugby? Was he at the Chiefs?
Moana Pacific. Was it Moana?
Oh, was
Pacifica?
he?
Yeah.
I wonder where he is now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho,
good from the fella. Yeah.
No, he's been quiet on the messenger chat, eh?
Yeah. Brad, awards night the other night. The big surprise, I guess, was that Aaron Clark wasn't just a walk-up start for the Simon Mannering medal. I'm happy enough with Roger. I thought he was tremendous, and probably their best player over that back end of the season. But he did miss 6 games. Aaron Clark played every game, and I thought he was close to the top 3 players in just about every game he played. Aaron Clark probably could say the same for Roger. I was just a bit surprised. It definitely seemed the popular pick.
And
it was. I think
Aaron Clark deserved it.
Yeah,
he was the heartiest player of the year, eh?
Yeah, Rog got players player too, so that's obviously a good endorsement. I don't want to spoil it when I do tally up the votes, but I think that Aaron Clark is going to stroll away with the TWL Kings Container Crew Player of the Year award. So stand by for that. When I get my abacus out to tally up the votes.
He'll be sitting at home listening to this going,
God, man, he's kind of said I'm going to win it, but I'm not quite over the line.
Sitting there
especially after the other night. He thought he had it wrapped up the other night too.
Did he go all season without scoring a try though, eh? And all the work he put in this year. Am I right in thinking he didn't score? Yeah.
An interesting one because he scored a try in each of his full seasons in the NRL until this one.
Just one.
But his stats, I did see a comparison. I think I took it and kind of read it out. If I've still got it here. Yeah. So Aaron Clark, he played all 24 games for the Titans last year as well, but tackle break counts us to say the stat in 2024, and then this year's one for the Warriors. So 36 tackle breaks for the Titans last year, 64 for the Warriors this year. Post-contact meters last year, 945. This year, 1396. Offloads last year, 12 for the Warriors. This year, 37. And total tackles made, 532 for the Titans last year. This year for the Warriors, 833. And total run meters, 2,393 for the Titans. This year, 3,579 for the Warriors. So massive step up, career best year, great buy, contender for buy of the season. Certainly, I think like bargain buy of the season across the competition.
A great decision for both parties, isn't it? That signing. But both Aaron making decision to come home, it has been the best thing for him, and the Warriors signing, it's been one of the best things for our club. Yeah, no, what a signing, and and he ain't going to slow down anytime soon, does he? He doesn't look like the type of character to have a form dip. He's just a competitor, just a mongrel dog in the middle of there. Yeah, I reckon.
You could tell he took it personally. Or even talking to him after the Newcastle game down here, he, obviously he's loving being back here. He started his career here, went a bit AWOL. Now he's back, unfinished business, and he seems to love the club and love playing in this team. But yeah, he's just made every post a winner since coming back, and good on him.
It's like he needed that step and shift home for the next progression of his life, isn't it? Really, he's maturing quite quickly, and he's admitted to being a little bit fucking different or wayward as a younger fella. But now the way he's maturing, I think it all come at the right time for him, getting back home, being around whānau, playing for a friggin' Warriors team that is riding high. Geez, it must be a destination now, eh? The Warriors. Surely we're starting to become a preferred destination for some players, as opposed to what's left in November every year. That signs wise.
Yeah, I mean, just you got to see guys come here and improve under Webster and think he could be great for my game. Luke Metcalf's come here and I'm sure he's still out for me a little bit, whether he's our long-term solution, but there's no doubt that he's grown as a player and the potential is there, and that's because he's come here. Sam Healy's come over and grabbed his chance. Mitch Barnett's played the best footy of his career as a 30-year-old Origin player now because he's come to the Warriors.
Yeah.
So it's not just your Kiwi boys that are a bit homesick or want to come home. It's Aussies that are coming here and playing the best footy of their careers.
It's nice that there's no disharmony about the whole playing group or anything. Like, has it been 2 years now of just no problems? The boys just getting it done. No one bitching and moaning, just getting on with it. Everyone seems to be happy, and it's a good crew he's got. Just wish they were just about 4 or 5K quicker. Christ, love some speed in all facets.
I think with obviously we've got some brilliantly athletic young forwards, but I think the physical attributes, I think the squeezed every drop out of that lemon and to craft a 14-10 season, finish 6th. Just our 10th final series ever. He's overall done really well. Just probably a couple of players short.
That's my assessment on the season. Righto, shut it down. We've sorted that. We'll shut it down, and we'll see you in what's the first round next year?
March something.
Righto. Later, ball.
Probably worth mentioning this New South Wales Cup prelim on Saturday night. Brad, did you check if it's on the TV here? Because we didn't get to see it last.
I don't know. You carry on.
2014 lost to the Dragons.
You got a team list, and I'll see if it's available to view.
Yeah, I do. I'll talk you through the team list because there's a hell of a lot more 2025 NRL experience in the Warriors team than Parramatta's. So you've got Tane Tuapiki at fullback, on the wing Setu Tu and Ed Cossey, Morgan Harper and Moala Graham-Telfer in the centres, Luke Hanson and Jet Cleary, the young both ex-Penrith halves. In the forwards, the departing Bunty Afoa. It'd be good to see him go out with the New South Wales Cup grand final and maybe a state championship appearance. Sam Healy gets a run at hooker there, and Tanner Stowell-Smith, the other prop. So cemented himself as a top 17 in the Warriors' first grade team, the Canterbury Junior. Kalis Fadialofa, Eddie Idamia Tava's back on deck for this one, and Kalani Going, New South Wales Cup Player of the Year for the whole comp. An interchange of Tomale, one of our favourites, hasn't got a run in first grade this year. Jason Salalilo, he's another Canterbury Junior. Toby Crosby, apparently going to Penrith, according to reports, and Geronimo Doyle in the number 17 jersey. Obviously we're familiar with these guys because we watch them a bit, but a hell of a lot of first grade experience and recent first grade experience in that team. I won't run through the whole Parramatta team, but not a lot of familiar faces there. You got Jake Tungo on one wing, you got Jordan Samrani in the centres who played a bit of first grade this year. Ronnie Volkman is the number 7. Started out in first grade there with Mitch Moses on the injured list and barely got a look in after that. Couple of familiar faces in the forwards, Whittamu Greg and Joey Lussick at hooker. That's about it.
That's about it.
We should, on paper, we should towel them up. We've been the best New South Wales Cup team all year. Pants by the Dragons last week, unfortunately, but hopefully
Where's
they can
this
bounce
game?
back, deserve a grand final. This is at Jubilee Stadium, the Dragons' home ground.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like
Shame
it's
it's not a home
televised
one for us.
again. Disappointing.
No,
Hopefully I'm
fucking hell.
wrong and I do find a yeah, but this is annoying. I'm going tomorrow to pick up a new projector screen for the bar. Like it's like 3.6 meters what like put on there. And I was hoping I was going to be able to the first run of it play some New South Wales Cup on the TV.
Some
But
Warriors up there.
yeah, but no, that's not going to be it at all. Oh, bugger. Oh well, who's playing this weekend? What are the games this weekend?
We've got Canberra and Cronulla on Saturday night. Geez, that's late. Almost a 10 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, is it?
I'm probably and even being on Saturday, I'm probably taking that and watching it in the morning. That's late.
No, that is
something can hold
late.
attention until then. I'm not just sitting there twiddling my thumbs till 10.
No, shit, that was a game though. That Broncos Canberra game last weekend, wasn't it? Wow,
holy moly, just unbelievable. I mean, just the drama and the storylines out of it. Reece Walsh, to get binned, you think he's blown the game, comes back on at 28-12, goes berserk and just about wins it in regulation for them.
Yeah.
Gets them into Golden Point, and then Raiders. The poor old Raiders, poor old Tally, great friend of the show.
It was forefront of my mind that entire game.
Yeah, sitting there in his lime green jersey at home, he was
they won
messaging as a roller coaster of emotion. Yeah, they actually were celebrating like game was over twice and got it picked back by the bunker. Like that's it shaves years off your life, surely.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not just.
So they got Cronulla this weekend.
I'm
the viewers.
Some sort of counselling. He's actually on holiday, big fella. So yeah, hopefully he gets the win. I think he's still fairly confident of playing in a grand final, but it's a lot tougher now. They'll go to Melbourne if they beat the Sharks this weekend. Sharks under the radar and playing some gritty footy. Not a fan.
No.
And I'd hate for them to get to a grand final. The Sharks, it's just pretty boring to watch. But yeah, credit to them dousing the Roosters, who are in great form, plenty of firepower. So a tough one for the Raiders. I think they'll get up in a tight one. Bulldogs Panthers on Sunday afternoon. Good to see another Sunday afternoon game.
Nice.
And just
who are you going for in that one?
Yeah, I haven't quite decided yet.
No.
Yeah. It's either one winning sets up a mouth-watering prelim against the Broncos at Suncorp. And I just want to also touch on, which surely someone brought it up, but I didn't. It was the first thing I thought was Ben Hunt nailing that 40-meter field goal on Golden Point to win it. Only a couple of weeks shy of 10 years to the day when he came up with the most costly Golden Point error in history, maybe the most costly error in the history of the game, period, dropping the Golden Point kickoff in the grand final. Right. And then he comes up with that and the craziest, definitely one of the best finals matches of all time. So good on you, Benny Hunt.
Benny Hunt, jeez, he's got some piss poor luck in some big games, that kid. But I don't know. It's a tough one to pick, that Penrith Bulldogs game, because I don't want Ciraldo. I don't want Ciraldo to win a comp before Webby.
Yeah,
the two Penrith apprentices. I don't want. Yeah. I don't want the Bulldogs to beat us to a premiership, but I'd love to see Penrith's run ended as well. Yeah, I'll probably go on Penrith, to be honest.
Yeah, probably leaning that way. I just want to see a cracking game and probably 80,000 there at Accor Stadium, which would be amazing. Just looking for another high drama Sunday afternoon finals match. It's great to see that it's on Sunday. I thought that the Bulldogs were probably the better of the two teams last week, despite losing. I didn't think Penrith were that good at all against us, really.
Nah, they've still got their frailties. They're not quite the team of the previous seasons. It'll be impressive if they do win it this year, because they're vulnerable.
if they can step up enough to beat the Bulldogs, I think be quite a achievement. But yeah, we'll see.
Right, well, my bets are going. My money's going on Raiders Penrith this weekend, I think.
Okay, nice, sweet. Brad, we're looking ahead to the summer and what we might get up to, and you're going to talk about some of your unfinished projects
Yeah.
Unfinished projects at the ranch there.
I was sitting in the glass house last night and I was thinking, right, I really I really need to focus here. There's a bit going on. Builder's hat. I'm a builder. So there's unfinished shit everywhere. So yeah, unfinished projects. So the first one I thought, what have I got? There's the glass house and there's storage shed. Just got so much to do. So just a busy man. So I thought maybe each couple of weeks. And then you prodded me about one.
Yeah, so there's one that I noticed while I was staying there at your place earlier this year after the storm loss, and took a couple of photos just for put them in the back pocket for the last few months.
As you do.
So
Yeah,
if you're watching, sorry if you're not watching. If you're listening to this on Spotify, this will mean nothing to you. But if you're on the tube, took a couple of snaps just to
air my dirty laundry, aren't you? But this will help this will hold me accountable. And I know the one you're bringing up. I know what you're going to hit me with.
Well, it's the main thoroughfare into the house. Yeah.
Via the garage. Not it. Yeah, via the garage.
Yeah. So you did most of the hard work and you got the door in, but you didn't bother finishing off the painting of it.
Or the architrave. There's no architrave as well surrounding the door. It's just that, so I've got to get that. And it is the only door in the house that I actually haven't painted at all. Like every other door is painted. And I walked around the house. I was like, wonder how far I got. And granted, we've got a separate unit which the in-laws stay in here. So there's a few rooms. So we've got a total of 26 doors. But that I had to paint, 4 of them being wardrobes. So out of physical doors, I missed 1 out of 20. So I'm running at 95%, man.
Oh, yeah.
If you got 95% in a test, would you go and try and chase that last 5%? Or would you be fucking happy with 95? I'm happy with 95. But thank you for making... Yeah, I know. I haven't painted.
There's another snap of it looking... Yeah, no... See no paint on that edge there.
No, it hasn't been painted, but it's so out of it that it matches almost the color we chose. We chose primer white, obviously, to paint our house because when it's shut, it's hard to pick that it hasn't been painted. So you've got that, and
I've just got one left here just to close up, just to show how aesthetically unappealing some of this. You can see a bit of masking tape still around that hinge there.
Oh, and that's not going to be. That's been on there. That masking tape's been on anywhere. It's like a lesion now. It's just slowly forming itself. You can't get that off. I'm going to have to buy new hinges. Yeah, I had the intent. So that, at least I intended to paint it one day. That was probably 4 years ago. So, what are you going to get up? Anyway, smart ass, what are you doing for the summer? Any goals?
I might write a book or something maybe this summer.
Oh,
see how we go.
Yeah. A book? Are you? Is that serious?
Hopefully, yeah.
What's the next topic?
What I can work out.
Can you tease that?
I'll let you know when I'll let you know when it's confirmed. But a couple of irons in the fire there.
Have you?
So about time I got back on the wagon.
Do you need to talk to the rest of my family about like the early years of me and that? Is the book about? Is it not about?
I'm gonna do it without your input, so it's an unauthorized biography. I will be talking to your nearest and dearest.
I'll give you Uncle Tom's number, mate. He's got a little bit. Oh, is that right? That's the first I've heard of that as well, too. So, sneaky bugger. Oh well, all the best for that, bro.
We'll see. Just I've got a fair bit to do around the house. I've talked a fair bit about. I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but last summer I repainted the outside of the house. I meant to do it second summer, and it took me 7 years to get around to it. But I enjoyed that last year, chipping away at that. But I was meant to do 2 coats and I only did 1, so I should probably do another
Are you
coat this
back
summer.
at it this year?
Yeah, probably.
I've got that at our place.
yeah.
I've got some timber at the ends that needs oiled every season, every year. So yeah, it's constant, isn't it? I reckon next time, I don't know what I'm going to build. Just concrete, pour concrete, no windows, just a cell, nothing to clean. Sick of cleaning windows.
Just an above ground bunker.
Yeah. Look like an old meatworks. Maybe I'll just buy an old meatworks. Set up the kitchen in that corner. That will be 1 bedroom there, Trace. Yeah, the kids. What room do you want, kids?
Open plan living.
Odie, do you want the old boning room or the packing room? Yeah, so I've got some irons in the fire too, Will. Just fucking, you're not the only big dick swinger around this joint. Yeah, I'm on my way to buying.
I'm sure all our listeners are far more keen to hear about your projects as well. So yeah, you'll tease those ones out over the off season.
And that's enough of us whinging about the Warriors and Webby's choices. It's quite nice having that gone now as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like summers are always optimistic regarding your footy team. You're always looking forward to the future in the summer. So yeah, there's plenty to look forward to.
Yeah. No, there is. I mean, some great young talent, and
great podcasts following them too. Like everything to do with the Warriors in general is growing stronger and stronger every day.
Selling out Mount Smart at every turn again, and as you mentioned, some great supporters. Your Warrior Nation army, all the content creators still going strong. In fact, I feel like we're the ones that took the foot off the gas, if anything, this year, Brad. Of anyone, all the other
we had
boys
busy lives, personal lives wise, didn't we? We both run our own businesses at the same time as trying to do this on the side. So yeah, it gets there. But I'm looking forward to summer, longer days, talking shit. Couple of guests lined up, haven't we? We're looking at cornering a couple of them. I know one of them shops at Pack and Save every second Tuesday, so I'm going to get him for 15 minutes in the car park one day. You look after that other guy that you've got your eye on. So yeah, stay tuned. Like and subscribe. We still doing that shit? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, like and subscribe. I mean, we've got to come clean, Brad. I guess there's been times during the season when we've thought about packing it in all together.
We did.
But get to the end of the season. We've got to get to the end of the season, then maybe we'll just shut it down.
But then the last 2 weeks we've been into it, energetic,
because we know because we know we've got a big break coming up.
It's all good. It's been a pleasure.
It is, and it is. You're very kind people out there that, for some reason, tune in and send very kind words about what we do and make us a part of your week. That's besides the opportunity to hang out with you, Brad, an hour or two every week. It's those sort of folk that keep us going and keep us motivated. So thank you for all of your support and kind words, and the people that we met at Magic Round, of course, and people that we met at the Parramatta game a few weeks ago, the Patreon supporters, the greatest heroes of all. And
it's humbling, and we seem to attract a group of good bastards as well. So
actually, I do have a fresh shout out. We'll probably we need to really list everyone that's been such a great supporter this year. But I did want to make a mention of a joker that has got in touch recently, Dave Waite, and he's actually in my neck of the woods here. Been listening for about 5 years. Imagine
5 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Big league fan from his Pukekohe product. Big league fan since he was a kid. And he's out here in North Canterbury. He's actually one of Luke Judge's mates, the guy that bailed us up at Lily World. So yeah, we have a beer with Davo at some point over the summer.
Wadey.
And,
catch up with Wadey, mate. See what weight he's been. Probably go out fishing. I'd go fishing. He sounds like the type of dude that would have a boat.
He does. He does. Yeah, you've reading between the lines of his email.
David Waite. Yeah. I don't know. David Waite. That sounds like a name that would own a boat. Probably more your sea fishing than your freshwater, but yeah.
It's spelled differently, but also he does have the same name as former grand final coach for the Dragons, David Waite. So yeah.
There you go.
League link.
Maybe it is him. How do you know it's not him?
Just
it's spelt different. You literally told me. You literally told me 10 seconds ago. Yeah, no, fair enough. Oh well, mate. Yeah, I'm going to have to just about shut this down, and I've got to take off my podcaster's hat and put on my publican hat because it's getting close to 4:00 Friday, and the old come on in.
Locals coming around.
Yeah, she's a sunny day. Everyone's been texting today, so yeah, it could be a full house here tonight. Just enjoying a couple of coldies, and chilling out.
Awesome. Enjoy, bro. Thanks for joining me on this Friday afternoon. I'm not quite sure when our next one will be. We'll get Fons in for a more detailed analytical wrap-up of the season at some point. Stay tuned for those Kings Container Crew Player of the Year final standings. Thank you to Kings Container Crew, of course.
Boys.
Podcast,
Thank
TAB.
you.
Everyone else out there, like and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, until we see you again, here's to feeling good all the time.
This is a Frank podcast.